Is Solo the usual EV startup or not? This episode is about 3 facts that you need to know before investing in Solo. These Solo facts can really be a game changer because I've made a few similar videos on NIO, and to all my subscribers who bought in with me, you have more than double your money. And so the first fact is the Solo offer. How does it stack up against the competition? And for those who don't know, Solo makes these weird 3-wheel cars, and the goal is to appeal to commuters. But why would I pick Solo over other cars? It's because Solo, it's freaking cheap. You see, the Solo offer doesn't just have a very unique style, it also comes at a very competitive price. So if you compare the Solo price to the cheapest EV car in the US at the time of recording, the Mini Cooper SE, and that's where things get very interesting. Solo sells for only $18,500, and that is 66% cheaper than the Mini Cooper SE. If you instead compare Solo to the more well-known Tesla Model 3, a Solo car is basically half the price of a Model 3. This is huge because Solo can profit from the transition to EVs and also provide a very affordable alternative. And now, get pen and paper because I'm about to break down the Electrameccanica business model in 10 words or fewer. Solo cars are made in China, then sold in the US. Okay, those were 11 words, but basically Solo harnesses the power of low capex by having a Chinese partner to produce for them. Kind of like NIO. Though NIO has got quite a few things going on, as my subscribers know. But stay with me because the next Solo fact will be massive. The second fact is Solo clear path to profitability. Electrameccanica Chinese partner called Zhongshan can already produce 20,000 Solo cars per year. And I've done a bit of math, and that would mean 370 million of revenue for Electrameccanica. Psst, don't tell anyone, but compared to the latest earnings report, that would mean 100x revenues for Solo. And it's not only that. There is more. There is way more. Electrameccanica is launching another 2 models, and that will further increase their revenues. And I can't wait to make a video about it. The price of Solo will go through the roof. But it's not only about selling more. Watch out because Electrameccanica is also looking at saving costs. And they plan to reduce transport costs by building an assembly factory in the US. But don't worry too much because they're going to use government incentives. And now, listen carefully. Solo has also learned one of Tesla's most important secrets. They are both trying to reduce the number of components going into a vehicle. And that's from the latest Solo Investor presentation. And Tesla is launching a single-piece frame cast, and Solo has picked up on it. Not bad, right? But these are not just a lot of fairy tales. The next fact on Solo is crucial and will make you say, what the heck? Why did I not buy Solo before? Solo cash and debt position is outstanding. And from a debt position point of view, Solo is debt free. Can you believe it? Go have a look. It's in the latest earnings report. And cash-wise, the company sits on a whopping 101 million Canadian dollars. And that is enough for more than 3 years based on the current cash flow. And that is a lot of cash compared to other emerging EV companies like IDEX and ETORO, but I will release an in-depth comparison between these three companies in the next few days. And so it's time to ask ourselves the question, is it a good time to buy Solo or not? Let's have a look at the chart. Right, so the first thing that I noticed is that the moving average is now supporting the price action. That is very bullish if you consider that we were under it just a few days ago. Also, another thing that is very bullish is the RSI. If you look at back in November, when we were around 50, that is when the stock started running up and it landed around $13. And in terms of upside, you literally have 100% headroom before we get back to all-time high. So in a nutshell, there's been a couple of weeks of consolidation before we hit all-time high, and based on the moving average and the RSI, what follows next is probably a run-up, maybe to all-time high. So the bottom line is that I've started dollar cost averaging into the stock, but please listen carefully. Solo is for me a long-term play, and by long-term I mean at least 3 years from now. So please be aware that Solo may dip in the red in the short term. The future is a mystery, but one thing is certain. We will see an incredible price surge as soon as good news on Solo comes out. And I will make video updates on Solo and also on all other EV stocks. And if you're looking for another EV stock that is about to explode, consider IDEX. The video on the screen right now is a full analysis of IDEX stock, the pros and also the cons. Pick an explosive stock. Click on the video.